In the cold dawn of December 1st, 1948, a body lay motionless on the sands of Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia, marking the beginning of one of the country's most enigmatic cold cases. The man, who would later be known as the Somerton Man, was initially assumed to be an intoxicated individual sleeping off the effects of the previous night's festivities. The early morning walkers gave him a wide berth, attributing his immobility to an overindulgence in alcohol. But as the sun climbed higher, casting long shadows on the sandy beach, it became apparent that this was not a case of a man sleeping off his inebriation. The man was dead. And not just dead, but mysteriously so. His pockets were emptied of identification, his clothes stripped of labels. He was a man without a name, without a past, lying lifeless on a beach in Adelaide. The local police were quickly on the scene, their initial investigations revealing more questions than answers. The body showed no signs of struggle or assault. The autopsy couldn't pinpoint a cause of death. The man's fingerprints matched no existing records. The mystery deepened as it seemed that this man had appeared out of nowhere, only to die on an Australian beach. In the backdrop of the Cold War, the curious case of the Somerton Man took on an air of international intrigue. Was he a spy, his identity meticulously erased to protect secrets of national importance? Was he a victim of some clandestine operation, his death a silent testimony to the covert battles being fought in the shadows of world politics? The theories swirled, the rumors spread, but the truth remained elusive. With no identity, no cause of death, and no leads, the mystery of the Somerton Man had only just begun. The world watched, waited, and wondered as the enigma of the Somerton Man unfolded on the stage of global intrigue. The curtain had risen on a mystery that would captivate Australia and the world for more than 70 years. As investigators delved deeper into the case, they unearthed a series of puzzling clues that only deepened the mystery. A hidden pocket was discovered in the man's trousers, which held an unclaimed train ticket and a scrap of paper bearing the words "Tamam shud," a Persian phrase that translates to "ended" or "finished." This phrase is the closing line of a collection of Persian poems known as the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, further adding to the enigma. In addition to this, a cryptic code was found scribbled in a copy of the Rubaiyat. Despite the best efforts of codebreakers worldwide, the meaning of this code remains elusive, sparking theories of espionage and secret messages. Some even suggested that the Somerton Man was a spy caught up in the intricate webs of Cold War politics. To top it all off, an untraceable car was found parked near the crime scene. The vehicle bore no license plates, and its origins could not be determined. Was it a getaway vehicle, or perhaps a tool of clandestine operations? These clues ignited a wildfire of theories. Some believed the Somerton Man to be a foreign agent, silenced for knowing too much. Others speculated that he was a victim of a love affair gone wrong, citing the romantic themes of the Persian poem found with him. The more outlandish theories even suggested otherworldly involvement, pointing to the man's untraceable origins. Yet despite these intriguing leads, the identity of the Somerton Man remained a mystery, his story shrouded in enigma. For over 7 decades, the case remained cold. But then, modern technology breathed new life into this old mystery. It was the era of DNA technology and forensic genealogy, powerful tools that would soon prove their worth in cracking one of Australia's most enduring cold cases. The spotlight fell on Professor Derek Abbott from the University of Adelaide, an academic with a keen interest in the Somerton Man mystery. Alongside him was renowned genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick, known for her prowess in tracing familial connections using DNA. Together, they formed a formidable team, poised to tackle this mysterious case head-on. They turned to the most cutting-edge tools of the trade: DNA sequencing, a technique that allows scientists to read and decipher the genetic code contained within every cell of our bodies, was their first choice. With this technology, they could peer into the very fabric of the Somerton Man's being, gleaning insights into his heritage and perhaps even his identity. But the journey was far from straightforward. Working with decades-old evidence, the team faced numerous challenges. The DNA they had to work with was extracted from strands of hair found in a plaster death mask, made by police in the late 1940s, not exactly the freshest source material. The task was daunting, but Abbott and Fitzpatrick were undeterred. Their efforts were complemented by forensic genealogy, an emerging field that combines traditional genealogical techniques with modern DNA comparisons to establish familial relationships. This was no simple family tree exercise. It was a complex web of genetic connections that could span continents and centuries, all in the quest to give the unidentified man a name. Through a meticulous process of elimination and correlation, they started to piece together the puzzle. The DNA tests taken by Webb's distant relatives provided a beacon of hope, a potential match that could finally bring the identity of the Somerton Man to light. With these new methods at their disposal, the team set out to finally uncover the truth about the Somerton Man. Their journey was just beginning, but the path to identification had been set. The stage was now set for a breakthrough that could rewrite the history of this decades-old mystery. After years of painstaking research and analysis, the team made a groundbreaking discovery. The mystery of the Somerton Man, a case that had baffled Australia and intrigued the world for over 70 years, was on the brink of revelation. The unidentified man, found dead on an Adelaide beach in 1948, was about to reclaim his name. The breakthrough came from a surprising source. A plaster death mask made by the police in the late 40s had preserved strands of the man's hair. These strands, frozen in time, held the key to the man's identity. It was through advanced DNA sequencing that the team, led by Professor Derek Abbott and genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick, were able to unlock this secret. The DNA from the death mask was matched with distant relatives, and the results were conclusive. The Somerton Man was identified as Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer and instrument maker born in Melbourne in 1905. Webb was a man of his time, living and working in an era marked by innovation and discovery. His life was a testament to the spirit of his age, a testament now echoed in the advanced technology that revealed his identity. Yet, the revelation of Webb's identity only deepened the mystery. The strange clues surrounding the case, like the Persian poem found in his pocket and the wartime code scribbled in a book, still begged for an explanation. Who was Webb really? How did he die, and why? Was his death a mere accident, or was it part of a larger, more insidious plot? The identity of the Somerton Man was finally revealed, but many questions still remained. Despite the breakthrough, the mystery of Carl Charles Webb, the man once known as the Somerton Man, continued to captivate and confound. With the identity of the Somerton Man finally revealed, the mystery has taken on a new dimension. Unraveling the enigma of the Somerton Man, now known as Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer and instrument maker from Melbourne, has opened up a Pandora's box of new questions. These questions, burning with intrigue and curiosity, continue to captivate us as we delve deeper into the labyrinth of this enduring mystery. Who was Carl Charles Webb, really? An electrical engineer and instrument maker by profession, but was there more to his life that meets the eye? What circumstances led him to end up dead on a beach in Adelaide with no documents and the labels ripped from his clothes? Was it a simple case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or was there a more sinister plot at play? And then there's the cause of his death. Despite the passage of more than 7 decades, it remains shrouded in uncertainty. Was it natural, accidental, or something more nefarious? With no clear answers, speculation runs rife, adding to the enigma of the Somerton Man. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this mystery is the cryptic code found with Webb. Some believe it to be a wartime code, while others see it as a piece of a Persian poem. But what does it mean? And why was it in Webb's possession? These questions, like the code itself, remain unsolved, adding a layer of intrigue to an already complex mystery. The story of the Somerton Man is a testament to the power of DNA technology and forensic genealogy, which have breathed new life into this cold case. But it's also a reminder of the limitations of these tools. While we now know the identity of the Somerton Man, the full story of his life and death remains a mystery, obscured by the sands of time. The identity of the Somerton Man may now be known, but his story continues to captivate us, reminding us that even in death, Some mysteries refuse to be completely solved.